I've never felt my heart drop so fast in my life. One minute, I'm walking toward the gate, boarding pass ready on my phone, excited for a quick weekend getaway. The next, this woman, mid-50s, perfect bob, designer purse, starts screaming across the terminal that I stole her ticket and I'm trying to take her seat. Everyone turns. Phones come out, and before I can even speak, she's in my face, demanding security arrest me. But what happened when the gate agent scanned both passes? That's when everything flipped. My name's Alex, and this happened to me last month on a fully booked flight out of Chicago O'Hare. I'd been planning this trip for weeks, nothing fancy, just a long weekend in Denver to see an old college friend. I checked in online the night before like I always do. Got my digital boarding pass, seat 14A, window, perfect. I show up at the airport early, grab coffee, and head to gate E12. The flight's delayed about 20 minutes, so people are already grumpy, milling around, charging phones. That's when I first notice her. She's pacing near the podium, muttering loudly about incompetent airlines and someone messing with her reservation. Classic entitled vibe. Sunglasses indoors, tapping her foot like the delay is a personal attack. I don't think anything of it. Airports are full of stressed people. Boarding finally starts. Group 1, Group 2. I'm in Group 3, so I get in line, scrolling through my phone. I step up to the gate agent, a calm, professional woman who's clearly dealt with chaos before. Hold my phone up, she scans. Beep, green light. Enjoy your flight, sir. I take 2 steps past the podium when this woman lunges forward, practically shoving the agent aside. That's my seat! He stole my boarding pass. The entire gate goes silent. She's pointing at me, voice shaking with rage, eyes wide like she's genuinely terrified. He must have hacked my account or something. Check his phone. He has my ticket. I freeze. People are staring. A few start filming. My face is burning. I turn around slowly and say, "Ma'am, I don't even know you. This is the pass I got when I checked in last night." But she's not listening. She's yelling louder now. "I paid for first-class upgrades. That's my name on there originally. He switched it somehow." The gate agent looks confused, asks me to step aside for a second. The woman, let's call her Karen because that's exactly what she became, thrusts her own phone forward. "Scan mine. You'll see it's the real one." So the agent scans Karen's boarding pass. Beep, green light, same flight, same seat, 14A. Wait, what? Now I'm starting to sweat. 2 boarding passes for the exact same seat? The agent's eyebrows go up. She looks at both screens, then at us. Karen is triumphant. "See, he duplicated it. That's fraud. Call security right now." A couple passengers murmur agreement. Someone behind me whispers, "That guy looks sketchy." I'm panicking inside. How is this happening? I've flown dozens of times, never had an issue. I pull up my confirmation email, show my name, my booking reference, the timestamp from 10:47 p.m. the night before. Karen scoffs. He probably photoshopped that too. She's getting more aggressive, demanding TSA come immediately. The agent picks up the phone at the podium, and I hear her quietly say, "We're going to need assistance at E12. My stomach sinks. I'm imagining cops showing up, missing my flight, explaining this nightmare to friends. Karen stands there smirking, arms crossed, like she's already won. 2 uniformed officers walk up less than 5 minutes later, serious expressions. One asks me to step away from the jet bridge, the other starts talking to the gate agent. I'm standing there, hands visible, trying not to look guilty of something I didn't do. Karen is loudly explaining her version, identity theft, stolen upgrades, the works. The officer with the agent pulls out a tablet, starts typing, scanning both boarding passes again. Then his radio crackles. He listens, nods, and turns toward Karen. "Ma'am, can you come with us for a moment?" Her face changes in an instant from righteous fury to confusion. What? No, he's the one who... But the officers are already motioning her aside. I'm still standing there, stunned, as the agent waves me forward. "You're good to board, sir. Have a great flight." I walk down the jet bridge in a daze, legs shaky, hearing Karen's voice rising behind me. This is outrageous. I'm the victim here. I buckle into 14A, heart still racing, wondering what the hell just happened. And that's when the real story started coming out.
I'm sitting in 14A, staring out the window as we taxi, but my mind is still back at the gate. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely sip the water I asked for. Everyone around me is acting normal. Headphones in, trays down, but I keep replaying Karen's face when the officers turned on her. That smug victory turning to pure panic in a split second. What did they find that flipped everything so fast? About 10 minutes into the flight, the gossip starts spreading through the cabin like wildfire. The woman in 14B leans over, total stranger, but she can tell I'm rattled, and whispers, "You okay? That was insane back there." I nod, manage a weak laugh, and say, "Yeah, still processing." She glances around, lowers her voice. "My husband was in group 4. He saw the whole thing. They didn't let her board." My eyes go wide. "Seriously? What happened?" She shrugs. "Cops took her aside, then escorted her back toward the terminal. She was yelling the whole way that it was a mistake, that she'd sue everyone." Another passenger across the aisle chimes in. He'd been filming. I overheard one officer say something about fraudulent check-in and multiple bookings under false names. Now my heart's racing again, but for a totally different reason. False names? Multiple bookings? I pull out my phone, still in airplane mode, and stare at my own boarding pass screenshot. Everything looks normal. My name, my frequent flyer number, paid with my own card. But how did she have the exact same seat? The flight attendant comes by with drinks, and even she looks curious. I hear her talking quietly to a colleague up front. "Yeah, gate E12. Apparently the woman tried to use a boarding pass she bought off someone on the dark web or something. Full-on scam." Dark web? That escalates quick. Halfway through the flight, the captain comes on with the usual "we're cruising at 36,000 feet" update, but then adds something unusual. "Folks, just a quick note, law enforcement handled a security matter on the ground before departure. Everyone on board now is cleared and good to go. Enjoy the rest of your flight." You could feel the ripple of whispers explode after that. By the time the seatbelt sign goes off, the entire back half of the plane is piecing together theories. Someone claims Karen was a known seat scammer who buys cheap tickets, then purchases upgraded boarding passes from shady resellers and tries to double dip. Another guy says he saw her arguing with the gate agent about a name mismatch right before boarding started. I'm just sitting there soaking it all in, realizing I almost got dragged into federal-level trouble because of her scheme. Then the real bombs start dropping. A woman a few rows ahead turns around. She'd been in the gate area early and overheard Karen on the phone. Apparently, Karen was bragging to someone. "Trust me, I do this all the time. Buy the basic economy, then grab a premium pass off that site for half price. Airlines never catch it if you act confident enough." My jaw drops. So this wasn't random. She deliberately targeted upgraded seats. But the craziest part? The passenger in 13F pulls up his laptop, still has airport Wi-Fi cached somehow, and shows me a text thread from a friend who works ground ops for the airline. Screenshot says, "Lady at E12 just got detained. She had 3 different boarding passes on her phone for today's flight alone. All same seat, all different names. One was the OP's legit one. She'd somehow intercepted my email and generated duplicates." I feel sick. Intercepted my email? How? I start thinking back. Had I clicked anything weird, used public Wi-Fi? But then the guy adds, "Turns out she runs a whole side hustle reselling guaranteed upgrades, charges desperate last-minute travelers triple, promises she can bump them using hacked passes. Today, she got greedy and tried to board with one herself." The plane buzzes with secondhand outrage now. People are patting me on the shoulder, saying, "Glad you're okay, man," and that lady was unhinged. One older guy even jokes, "Next time, just fly private, less Karens." Everyone laughs, tension breaking a little. As we start descent into Denver, the flight attendant stops by my seat again. She leans in quietly. "Heads up, police will probably want a quick statement from you after landing. Nothing major, just confirming your booking was legit. Airlines already flagged her accounts across all their systems." I nod, still stunned at how big this apparently was. We touch down smooth, but I'm barely noticing the Rocky Mountains outside. My phone explodes with signal the second we're at the gate. Texts from friends who saw viral clips already popping up online. Accusation airport Karen steals ticket, backfires spectacularly. I'm trending as seat 14A guy. I grab my bag, walk off the plane, and there's two officers waiting just past the jet bridge. Not for me, but ready to take my info. They're polite, quick, confirm my ID, my original booking email, ask if I want to press any charges. I say no, just want to move on. One officer shakes his head. She's been on our radar for months. Today, she finally slipped up big enough for us to grab her. I head towards baggage claim, adrenaline crashing, thinking it's over, but I had no idea why she targeted my seat specifically. That part, that's what blew my mind when it finally came out.
I'm in the Denver baggage claim waiting for my suitcase when my phone starts blowing up with notifications. The video from the gate has already hit 1 million views. Clips of Karen screaming, "She stole my ticket," looping everywhere, with commenters calling her the ultimate entitled flyer. I'm half laughing, half mortified as strangers walk past giving me sympathetic nods like I'm some minor celebrity. But then I get a direct message from an account with an airline badge. "Mr. Alex, we'd like to compensate you for the distress. Free upgrade on your return flight and 50,000 miles. Nice, but I still want to know why me. 2 days later, back home, I'm doom-scrolling the drama when a new article pops up from an aviation security blog. Headline: Serial boarding pass scammer detained at O'Hare. Victims speak out. I click, and there's a whole thread of people sharing similar stories. Same woman, same tactics, accusing random passengers of stealing their upgraded seats right at the gate. Turns out, she'd been doing this for over a year, scamming dozens of flights, pocketing thousands, reselling fake premium passes. Federal charges incoming. But the part that made my blood run cold? One victim posted screenshots of their email hacks, and the method was terrifyingly simple. Karen wasn't some dark web genius. She was running a fake airline customer service page on social media, the kind that pops up in ads. Delayed, compensated upgrades here. People clicked, entered their booking references to claim free perks, and boom, she had full access to their reservations. She'd change the name slightly, generate a new boarding pass, sell the original seat to someone else, and try to board with the dupe herself if it was a good one. Then I remember something. A week before my flight, I'd gotten frustrated with a minor delay email from the airline. I Googled airline compensation claim, clicked the first sponsored link that looked official, blue logo, everything, and typed in my booking number to check eligibility. Filled out name, email, the works. I thought it was legit because I got a quick processing reply. It was her trap. She'd grabbed my details, duplicated my boarding pass, changed hers to match my seat, and planned to sell my original confirmation to some desperate business traveler for triple the price. But she got greedy. She wanted my window seat for herself that day, figuring she could bluff her way on and flip the stolen narrative if challenged. Classic scammer overconfidence. The twist that absolutely floored me: police found her phone had over 200 intercepted bookings, but mine wasn't random. In her Notes app, screenshotted by investigators and leaked anonymously online, she'd ranked targets by ease and seat quality. Mine was labeled perfect mark, solo traveler, no frequent flyer status visible, window seat, unlikely to fight back hard. She thought I'd just shrink, apologize, and let her take the seat to avoid a scene. She profiled me as an easy victim. Instead, the gate agent's double scan triggered the airline's new fraud detection system, something they'd rolled out quietly after her previous stunts. Both passes flagged instantly as linked to the same original booking. Her name change didn't match any payment records. Mine did. System locked her out, alerted security, and the second the officers ran her ID, her whole history lit up like a Christmas tree.